Everybody here with us here on Ntk Rugby TV. We are talking about what's happening in the world of Western Province Club Rugby. All right, guys. Rudy, we've got about, what is it now? Probably, is it 8 weeks? We'd say February, March, then the season starts. What's it looking like? You've got Coach Edwin Eliza there with you at the club. Are you guys settled now from a coaching point of view, management point of view?
Yes, yeah. Also settled with the management point of view. Yeah, we have only this year we have only 5 coaches.
Yeah.
Where we have the 2 first team coaches was Eliza and also India. India was just always with the club.
Yeah.
And then we have Zain and Patrick and then.
How many teams are you aiming for in the league?
I was going to play 3 teams.
Yeah.
The numbers like very good.
Yeah.
And it was not like less of coaches. What's going to happen? I was move a little bit away from too much emphasis for A-team coaches and B-team head coach and stuff. What I was trying to, what I bring in with the club is to create a coaching team but working together.
That's great because one of the, I mean, Murray, let's ask you quickly on this. One of the things that we're starting to see is that some clubs, they have got, you know, we've got clubs that have got 25, 30 coaches. They've got a forwards coach and a backline coach and a physio and a manager and a team manager and a vice manager and a vice forwards coach and a deputy forwards coach and a scrumming coach. I mean, the amount of coaches we have today at clubs, and then of course most of them nowadays have to have a club rugby director of sort as well. Which I'm not really ever sure what a director of rugby does at a club, but okay, if you have to have one, go ahead and have one. Not to mention some of the clubs have created all sorts of committees. They've got a finance committee and a marketing committee and a recruitment committee and a policy committee. Are we not at risk here of going a little bit too over the top? Because I must say, I really like what Rudy was just saying, is small management team, you know, you keep it together.
I think the most important thing is for everybody to be on the same page.
Yeah.
I think when your team's too big and, you know, I think one of the mistakes we make, and it happens in the schoolboy game as well, is we're always trying to replicate what's happening in the pro game. Not understanding that, you know, this isn't, well, some people might think it is, but, you know, and do what works for you, do what works for your club. I'm a fan of like portfolio coaching as well, so having guys who are...
Specialists.
Yeah, specialists, like especially for young coaches, encouraging them to, if they want to progress in the game, learn to coach a modality. Learn to coach a few modalities, but learn about defense, learn about attack, learn, you know, how to coach a set piece, and you'll always be somebody that will find a job in this game.
But like you say, you've got to stay on the same page because you don't want your forwards coach pushing the team one way on the field on the one day and the scrum coach is setting the oaks the other way. You've got to decide that you're synchronized somehow.
100%, and I think also throughout your teams. That's why I like what Rudi was saying as well, is we've got a bit of that at the club, like, you know, having under 20s coaching philosophy in line with what we're doing in the first team, because we're a young club, we've got young players, and you know, we need to call a young player up. He needs to know the calls, he needs to know the system, he needs to know what comes next.
Yeah, yeah. Let's take a look here, folks. This is, of course, Masi Pumalele. We managed to get a couple of clips from behind the scenes. Right, welcome back, folks. We're busy chatting or behind the scenes here, and we've often said that behind the scenes is where the best conversations happen. But going on that point quickly, Rudi, have you got kids coming from Ocean View, Fishhook, Masiphumelele? Where's your drawing area?
Yeah, the main thing what I was coming on board is the biggest challenge is transport, right?
Yeah.
And was most of those players coming, was starting 2 weeks ago, we are starting with to put transport from Ocean View and from Masiphumelele.
Yeah.
And then those numbers was increased like poof.
Yeah.
But it's also to start and create the guys down there. A lot of guys that finished school last year. So see also a lot of guys, a lot of young guys, as you can see on the videos. But the main thing is, my focus point is to create the guys from Ocean View, guys from Masiphumelele, guys from Simonstown, in these areas,
Yeah.
starting playing rugby with Masi.
Okay, let's focus on that quickly for a second before we lose you, because we know we've got you for another two or three minutes. I still want to wrap up with Murray as well. So if anybody's watching your show right now, and if you're in Fishhook area, Sun Valley area, Ocean View area, Simonstown area, and you want to come and join, you want to play rugby, Masiphumelele is open for business.
Masiphumelele is open, and you can go on Masi's social medias, and you don't need to stress anymore about how I can come to the field. There is places from Masi and from Ocean View what is need to have transport. Our main point is to create the guys in this area there to starting playing locally rugby by our community and
Now,
become heroes in our community.
If I didn't have a chance to do all of that, can I just arrive at the field
Anytime.
and say, Coach, can I join in?
Anytime, anyone is welcome. If you want to come in and you don't have time to go in, whatever, you can pop in. Our training days is on a Tuesday and a Thursday, 6:30. You can pop in and you can come join.
I mean, Murray, that's one of the nice things about rugby is that there's always an opportunity for a coach to say, if you pitch up on the side of the field on a Tuesday or Thursday and you want to just join in, just jump in the back, get going.
Sometimes some of your best players come into your club like that. We had a few last year, you know.
Yeah.
Young guy pitched up, and then after a few sessions, he looks all right. And then it turned out he had played age group rugby for the Sharks, and he'd just gone in another direction.
But there's also that there's a bit of a worry for a lot of people. They're a little bit reluctant. They often say, "Oh, I'd like to start playing again, or I'd like to put on my boots, but I'm so unfit." And you know, then it takes them a long time. It takes a year or two before they actually take the step. The answer to that is just start.
100%,
Yeah.
100%. Especially at this time of the season, because it's not really about tactics and whatever. It's about getting fit and getting rugby ready.
So if I want to get going, Rudi, I mean, I can pitch up at Masi.
Yeah, anytime you can pitch up in Masi and starting running. There's no starting point in rugby. If you want to play rugby, you need to start immediately.
All right, and just for folks then that want to find Masi, can you guide a little bit? Because when you come down Ocean...
I think people have this one wrong. People always say you play with Masiphumelele Rugby Club, maar Masi...
It's actually in
That's eigenlijk in Noordhoek.
It's actually in
As the field is the Masi's field is in Noordhoek Sport Facilities.
Yes,
right.
okay.
And as you come over the mountain and you can take the first, as you come over the mountain from Paulsmoor side of over, then you turn the first right.
Yeah.
First right, and then you drive down in the first left, and then in the second road you're turning right, and you shall see the sport fields on your right side there. Or you can drive down to the rowboat, and then you're turning right, and you're turning left again to come into Noordhoek rugby field.
Murray, same thing on your side. If anybody still wants to join, they can get started. Just pitch up at the club.
100%. One of the things we're bringing back this year as well is our social side, our fourth team, because when I started at the club a few years ago, we were battling to field the third team come the end of the season, and that's part of the mandate. Is not just bringing young players through, but a lot of guys who still got some rugby in their legs. Let's have them contributing to the club.
Schools as well. If moms or dads are watching right now, they can reach out to you guys to help out.
100%. Yeah, we're regrowing our primary and high school division.
Yeah.
We train Monday and Friday. Please, they can reach out on
And
our
that's
socials.
part of the Connect Academy.
Yeah, it's part of what Connect Academy has brought to the club. And we had a good youth structure there in the primary school, but because of the work we've done through Connect in high school, we've got quite a lot of good high school players, and that's why Friday is a big day for the high schools. We've got buy-in from the surrounding high schools. We're not stealing your players, just trying to help upskill them and turn them into better players.
Right, guys, with that, we're going to take a switch. Coming up next, Renzel Botman, Alistair Taste. Murray, we're going to say great thanks for joining us. Hopefully we'll see you again in the next couple of days.
Thanks for having me again, JP.
And Rudi, same to you, Mania. We
Thank you.
can't wait to get Coach Edwin in studio with us. And next time he's going to be in your hot seat.
Thank you.
Right, there we go, folks. We're watching Cape Rugby TV. Don't go away. We'll be back after the break.